Welcome aboard, I'm JasonOfArgo, and it's time to witness the freaking apocalypse. I have ended the world using a mod called God Power, and I have perhaps overestimated my computer's capabilities. We are currently moving in slow motion, and we're chugging along at maybe about 20-ish frames per second. This is definitely way beneath 30. There's so many particle effects raining down from the sky. The poor bards that I have scattered around the map have absolutely no idea what is about to hit the ground. Are we in actual slow-mo? Okay, no, this is like regular slow-mo, or is it super slow-mo? I really can't tell at this point. It might be super slow-mo? Oh, wait. Oh, turn it back on. Okay, yeah, it's definitely gonna have to be super slow-mo. This bard is hiding his face from the cataclysm that is erasing the world outside. You guys are I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this mod, and I have linked it in the description. I've already played around with it, and as you can see, this should not fall into the wrong hands, but today, it has. Oh, there we go, proper slow motion. Here come the jack-o'-lanterns all bouncing back up amidst a field of devastation. That's what you call a bass drop right there. How are the bards doing? Oh, looks like we had a couple of near misses. These guys just barely avoided complete annihilation. And finally, a paltry amount of snakes. I think we could, whoa, okay, guys, you don't want to go out there just yet. Yeah, they wisely, oh wait, the snakes are still coming. Oh, I forgot snakes don't go away. They have to die. Okay, well that bard has to die. The others I think are fine. These bards will be able to chronicle the end of the world. But, since the end of the world just happened, you know what it's time for? It's time to make a space program. Okay, so basically this God Power mod, you have to actually start the battle in order to make stuff happen, and the best way to do that is to use a couple of bards if you just want to experiment. And once you get into the battle, you see up in the upper left corner there, you get to choose any one of the projectiles in the game. I'm gonna pause time for now so that these bards don't accidentally walk into each other and die. You press R to select the projectile, and then you just simply right-click to place one. See, I just put an apple down, and it goes flying off with the appropriate amount of force, as if one of the units in the game had actually launched it. I can drop some spears down here too, and bada bing bada boom, there it goes. And different projectiles come out with different amounts of force. Like a boulder, it's gonna hit a bit harder than, say, a bone spell? Oh, goodness gracious me. But yeah, that boulder, was that just a thrown boulder? I think it was just a thrown boulder. Potions, yeah, they definitely get hurled with a bit more velocity. But if you really want to have a good time, you hold down the Alt button, because that places a projectile every single frame. And if you're working with a high frame rate, well, not even the gods can stop you, my friend. You can have as many potions as you want. As many bows as you want. It's a machine gun, essentially. And with this machine gun, with the power of the gods, we are going to... I didn't mean to do that. And of course, since we're only working with, you know, maybe up to pirate level tech, the most we have to work with is the mighty firework, which, you know, as we all know, has some pretty neat effects. So, we have our space volunteer here, Mitchell the Mammoth. He is going to be the very first mammoth to go into space, or at least, you know, the upper reaches of the atmosphere. Either way, he's gonna go where no mammoth has ever gone before. He's probably not gonna enjoy it, but I'm gonna think it's hilarious. So, we're gonna start with... This poor guy, he has no idea what's about to hit him. Look at him trundling along. He has no idea what's about to happen to him. He just showed up with his resume. He's like, hey guys, I heard there's something called NASA going on. The National Amazing, Super Amazing program, and I'm a pretty amazing guy, so I thought, you know, I'd join up. Well, don't worry, Mitchell. Life is about to hit you like a ton of bricks. And we're just gonna smear some fireworks down on the ground there just to launch him off into the air. And there he goes. He's already having he's having a great time, guys. Don't worry about it. All of the safety regulations are being followed, and see, he's fine. He's fine. The X's are just for how excited he is. Now, Mitchell's got pretty far up, but he hasn't quite gone as far as I would like him to go. So now that he's actually in the air, we can really ramp up our experimental phase here. So we're just gonna really paint the back of him right there. Don't worry, Mitchell, this won't hurt a bit. Mostly because you're gonna be going too fast to notice anything else but your extreme velocity. Here you go. Okay, I may have miscalculated. Wait, what? Mitchell? Mitchell, are you feeling okay? Your leg does not seem to have, and also the rest of your body and your internal organs, most likely, they did not take the exit velocity very well. Oh my goodness gracious me. I made some miscalculations here. What I forgot is that the mammoth actually when it dies, it has to stop at some point and then it starts slowly sinking into the ground. That's what happens to large units. So let's take a slightly smaller but still Ragdoll unit that doesn't actually go away. Our good friend Sir Blunderbuss. He's armored up and ready to go. Look at him. Look. He's basically got the Tabs version of a spacesuit, okay? This is as close as we could get. Our budget was very tight. And little Zachary here, he was very, very helpful, and he's just such a great volunteer, guys. So I really don't want to disappoint him, and I really don't want to disappoint myself. Unfortunately, Zachary left a bit of a chink in his armor, which is exactly large enough to fit about a gazillion rockets. So we're just gonna go. Oh, wait a minute. I think a few of them are already. Zach, are you comfortable with that, Zach? Is that gonna? Zach, we seem to have lost communications. Zach, are you okay? He's actually making much better headway than Mitchell the Mammoth. Okay. Zachary, we need to follow him. We need to follow him into this corona of the sun. Okay, how high has he gone? Has he made it? He's just a little dot. I think we've actually reached the top of the map. We've already reached the top of the map, but is he still gonna go? Okay, we seem to have lost contact with, brave Zachary, the blunderbuss boy. Actually, a more appropriate name probably would have been, Bubballoon, the bassoon playing barrel man. Well, actually, that's probably his cousin. Bubballoon, the bassoon playing blunderbuss man. Are you ready? Are you ready to follow in the footsteps of greatness? Bury the blunder barrel butt man, the rocket butt man with 10,000 rockets up his butt. I don't even know what your name is, but you're going into the sky right now. Okay, we've achieved liftoff. And ignition was successful. Yes, that's it. I mean, we actually got a lot further than we did with poor Mitchell. Although, I'm wondering how... I would actually like to be able to keep track of these guys as they head off into the sky. We've already launched 2 people into orbit, but I think for the sake of science, we need to actually find a way to keep up with them. And I think I know exactly the projectile that I want to use for that. Now, of course, our next volunteer is well equipped to go into space. They already have wings, so, you know, it'll carry them most of the way. And then once the wings start to disintegrate because there's no air left to push up on, I don't know why that would make them disintegrate, but, you know, Icarus flying too close to the sun, you get what I'm saying. Our new Vicky Valkyrie, she's gonna be our new contestant, and she's gonna test out our brand new technology here at the TABS Space Agency. The balloons, yes, balloons actually. You might not know this, Vicky, but every single one of the previous volunteers just so happened to die. And in order to avoid that, we decided that, what if we just, like, used a bunch of balloons? Like, just so many balloons that you just really couldn't count them. So many balloons that they blot out the sun. So many balloons that, wait. Vicky? Where'd you go? What? Well, I mean, they... What? Where'd they go? Vicky? Vicky, are you there? Hello? Okay, well, until we reestablish contact with Vicky the Valkyrie, we are going to go ahead with our next contestant. A dragon. A dragon who's always wanted to fly, but he just never quite managed it. But fortunately for him and his little friends, we have come up with a brand new technology. We can rebuild him, okay? It's not impossible. You are gonna fly, Danny DeVito, the dragon. You're gonna whoa, okay. Those are supposed to inflate, right? Where did they... Okay, that is stuck on the ground. So, you guys are now gonna go up in the air. Wait a minute, this isn't working. Unfortunately, it seems like there's some technical difficulties with our balloon arrows. The arrows impact just fine, but then the balloons don't really seem to do anything. They just kind of float in the air. I don't think they're actually attached to the arrows, which is a real shame. That's just a real shame, because I was really hoping for our non-lethal portion of our space program to get off the ground, so to speak. But in the interest of science, the experiments must continue, so we're just gonna move on to the Large Mammoth Collider. You guys thought I was joking. No, I was not. We are going to make the Large Mammoth Collider, and we are going to use apples as our primary propellant. I think it's worth looking into. The power of a thrown apple. About a bajillion of them, to be exact, to use the scientific terms. What we're gonna do is we're gonna see exactly how much force all these projectiles can exert upon the hindquarters of each and every... We're gonna start with mammoths, and then we're gonna work our way up to, like, the really big guys, and maybe some really small guys too, like some halflings. Yeah, I feel like bringing some pain to some halflings. After all, they are weak and they always suffer. But to begin with, we're gonna start with the mammoths. Let's see what the apples do when it killed them. I thought that they were going to withstand the apples, but apparently that's not gonna happen. Apples are lethal. I found that out today. Too many apples will kill you. An apple today keeps the doctor away, but 10,000 apples ramming straight up your butt, you're probably gonna have to go to the doctor for that. This mammoth is clearly very worried about being stuck in this alleyway facing another mammoth. He has no idea what's about to hit him. And, but I actually know exactly what I want to use. We want something with a lot of oomph, like I said. Something that won't... I don't really want to just use fireworks again. I am eager to see what happens when you use ballistas, right? Because that... Those fire off, because I know those can launch dudes at ridiculous speeds, because they're made to just impale people. And I know impalement is a really, really bad thing to talk about when you're aiming these right up the rear end of something else, but you know, they signed up. They signed the waivers, guys. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. This is all perfectly ethical, perfectly legal. At least it is in my head. Large Mammoth Collider firing in 3, 2, 1, go. Wait. Okay. Stuff just happened. A lot of stuff just happened. I'm not entirely sure what stuff just happened, but I should not be given any power over any lives at all. Line this up just right like this and just kind of go left to right so that it launches pretty much in a mostly straight-ish direction. Like so. And I'm gonna get this right. I'm going to make these mammoths collide. And it is gonna be amazing. And if they aren't big enough, then I will get the giants. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So, the ballistas... I'm sorry, it's just the way they just go flying off into the sunset without any fanfare whatsoever. And the way their bodies are just twisting and contorting all over the place. Oh my gosh, I think this guy's leg has been sheared off. Okay, we need to actually see some collision here. And the mammoths are not quite cutting it. Oh no, I've created a mutant. The Large Hadron Collider helping us commit crimes against reality and nature. Ever since its activation. I am so sorry, Mammoth. I'm gonna stop using you right now. This is definitely some form of something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I've just gone crazy. I've lined these giants up, and they're large enough that we are definitely gonna get some kind of collisions going here of some description. And I'm just gonna line up these ballista like so. I don't really care what it takes. We're gonna hit. We're gonna hit something, okay? Yeah, like that. That's fine. That's dandy. That's really fine and dandy. That's about as dandy as I'd like it to be. And now, okay. Large giant, the giant collider, activate in 3, 2, 1, go. And the camera is shaking from the sheer amount of force. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, they just got gnomed. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love science. I don't really... the ballistas are going so fast that they're just ripping straight through the giants, and it is totally messing with their with the meshes, the 3D meshes. This guy is about 100 different kinds of messed up. Can we get some shots of that? Shirley, you're on the ground there. Can you get us a close-up? Yeah, sure, Larry. It doesn't seem very safe. It looks like the laws of reality itself are breaking down out here, but I'll do my best. Okay, so, yeah, that was a thing. There they go. Just off into the sunset, or at least straight into these buildings. Yeah, really sorry about that, buddy. You look like you're not having a good time there. This dude looks like he's the most normal of the bunch, but that's only because he hasn't been impaled by about 800 gajillion ballista balls. And he's about to make contact with the building here. And yeah, I'll say that that's 2 points right into the windowsill. You know what? Don't look at me like that. You ended up a lot better than the other guy. You know, at some point, I'm gonna have to call this excessive, but I don't really think I've reached that point just yet. Final Halfling Rocket test go. What's happening here? I'm gonna have to send this in a super slow motion. What I did is that's 160 halflings right there. And I thought every single one of them had a firework attached to them, but apparently not. What are you guys doing still on the ground? Your brothers are up there exploring space, okay? Okay, thank you for the enthusiasm. Oh, wait, you just got a rocket right where nobody should have rockets. But, okay, I thank you for your enthusiasm. Don't worry, it's all gonna become very clear what's about to happen. Okay, so, that... This poor guy, he doesn't know what's happening. None of them know what's happening. This is my thumbnail right here. Right here. This dude with all of his poor halfling brother and just being like, well, that's it for me. I've had enough, I'm gone. I don't know about you guys, but I've seen enough of this world. I am out. And they're all look at this, it's beautiful. It's a great halfling migration. They will all fly off to find their spawning area. And then they will return someday to complete the cycle all over again. How lovely. And I think that's where I'm gonna have to call it before I just go absolutely insane. But with just trying this over and over again forever and ever. It's raining men. Hallelujah. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like. I'm definitely gonna try a little bit more with this mod, because there are so many other projectiles, so many more experiments to be had with this amazing mod. And download it yourself and try it. And wow, these guys are just really going to town, just beating the crud out of that guy. He's the only blue one in sight. But anyway, I already said my outro, but I'm gonna say it again. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like. Remember, I am and will remain your captain, and I will see you on the final frontier of tabs. Bye-bye.